5 Turkish heartthrobs, naturally handsome. You won't believe number 1. How can they be this perfect without a single drop of surgery? Yes, girls. Today we're going to talk about those Turkish heartthrobs who leave us breathless with their 100% natural beauty. No surgeries, no touch-ups. And the best part? They're just as handsome off-screen as they are on screen. Hello, beauties. Welcome to another video here on the channel. If you're a fan of Turkish dramas, impossible loves, and those men who look like they walked straight out of a dream, this is your place. So you already know, give this video a like, subscribe, and turn on that bell, because what I've got for you today is going to blow your mind. I just had to make this video, because every time we see these actors, we all think, that can't be real. But yes, it is. And the best part, no surgery involved. In a world where everyone tweaks something, these men keep their essence, their authentic features, and still look like they came from another planet. In this video, I'll show you 5 Turkish actors who are breaking hearts not only with their talent, but also because their beauty is completely natural. I'm going to share fun facts, talk about their careers, and of course, confess which one drives me absolutely crazy. So stay with me until the very end, because I promise you this ranking is unmissable. And just a little spoiler. There are names you already love, and a few you'll discover for the first time right here. Are you ready to sigh along with me? Then hold on tight, because this is about to begin. Kerem Bürsin, the irresistible blonde who conquered Turkey without retouching. When it comes to natural beauty and explosive charisma, Kerem Bürsin absolutely has to be on this list. He's one of those actors who seems to have been designed by the gods, but with an even more impressive detail. Everything about him is 100% natural. Kerem became internationally famous thanks to his role in Love is in the Air, Sen Çal Kapımı, where he played Serkan Bolat. From that moment on, it was impossible not to fall in love with his cheeky smile, his athletic body, and those light eyes that look straight into your soul. But here's the real surprise. He has never gone under the knife. No Botox, no nose job, no tricks. Just pure Turkish genes, combined with a lot of self-care. He's even said in interviews that he's not interested in altering his face, that he prefers to age with dignity, and that he believes in real beauty, imperfections and all. Honestly, can he get any more perfect? But Kerem isn't just an actor. He's also a model and an activist. He's lived in several countries, speaks fluent English, and has a style that's relaxed yet elegant. He's the kind of man who looks at you with confidence, but never arrogance, who smiles naturally without needing to prove anything. I'll admit it. The first time I saw him, I thought he was way too perfect to be real. But the more you get to know him, the more you realize his charm goes far beyond his looks. Kerem has that special something that you can't buy, you can't fake, and you definitely can't get with surgery. Çagatay Ulusoy, mystery-made man, 100% natural, no enhancements. If there's one Turkish actor whose beauty captivates without even trying, it's Çagatay Ulusoy. Ever since his breakout role in Adana Feriha Koydum, he became the silent heartthrob, the kind of man who doesn't need many words to leave you completely breathless. What makes Çagatay so striking isn't just his perfectly symmetrical face, but that rare mix of sweetness and intensity that makes him irresistible. He's got a sharp jawline, eyes that look like they're hiding 1,000 secrets, and a deep, magnetic gaze that pulls you in with no escape. And yes, all of that is completely natural. He's never gone under the knife, never relied on drastic changes to his appearance. He has always stayed true to himself, and that's exactly what makes him so fascinating. Over the years, his look has evolved a little. He grew a beard, built more muscle, but always in the most natural way possible. No fillers, no surgeries, just genetics, discipline, and a healthy lifestyle. And in the world of fame, that authenticity is priceless. Here's a fun fact many fans don't know. Before acting, Çagatay was a model, and in 2010 he actually won the Best Model of Turkey award. From that moment, his career skyrocketed. We've seen him in emotional dramas, in darker roles like The Protector, and every time he manages to leave an impact, not just with his acting, but with that magnetic presence that lights up the screen. And the best part? He doesn't need flashy scenes to stand out. Just one appearance, one look, and you feel that electricity only a few actors in the world can bring. He's that kind of man who doesn't even need to speak, because his gaze says it all. When we talk about natural beauty in Turkish cinema, Çagatay Ulusoy is the perfect example. And honestly, every time I see him on screen, I can't help but wonder, how can someone be this perfect and this real at the same time? Kivanç Tatlitug, the Turkish Brad Pitt who never needed surgery. Talking about male beauty in Turkey without mentioning Kivanç Tatlitug would be a crime. This man is a living legend. With his blonde hair, piercing light eyes, and international model looks, he's been compared to Brad Pitt 1,000 times. But honestly, there's something about Kivanç that makes him even more special. From his debut in Gümüş to his most recent roles, Kivanç has shown us that he's not just a pretty face. He's got real talent, charisma, and a screen presence so powerful that he simply takes over every scene he's in. And the most shocking part? He has never had cosmetic surgery. Nothing. Every single feature is completely natural, which makes him even more impressive. Before becoming an actor, Kivanç was a model, and not just any model. In 2002, he actually won the title of Best Model of the World, meaning, even as a young man, he was already a walking definition of beauty. But here's what many don't know. He's also incredibly humble. He stayed away from scandals, lives a private, family-oriented life, and that only adds to his charm. What I absolutely love about him is how he hasn't lost one bit of his attractiveness over the years. In fact, he's aged like fine wine. Those little wrinkles, the mature expressions, they only add to his appeal. No Botox, no facelifts, just life showing itself naturally on his face, and that's beautiful. In interviews, Kivanç has said that he wants to be remembered more for his acting than for his looks. But let's be honest, it's impossible not to mention how incredibly handsome he is. He has that perfect blend of elegance, masculinity, and tenderness that makes him unforgettable. Every time I see him, I can't help but think, this is what a real-life prince must look like. No exaggerations, no filters, just Kivanç, naturally perfect. Alp Navruz, the heartthrob with deep eyes and natural beauty. If there's one actor who's been steadily winning more and more space in our hearts and on our screens, it's Alp Navruz. With his serene good looks, striking features, and a presence that commands attention from the very first moment, Alp is living proof that you don't need a single cosmetic procedure to make an unforgettable impact. From his earliest roles to his big successes in series like Elimi Bırakma and Ada Masala, Alp has shown us that he's far more than just a pretty face. His intense gaze, calm voice, and a style that blends classic charm with modern sophistication make him stand out. And the best part? Every detail of his face, that perfectly shaped nose, high cheekbones, and flawless beard, is completely natural. No surgery, no Botox, no tricks. Just him. What I love about Alp is that he doesn't fall into the superficial stereotype. He's not the over-the-top gym rat type of heartthrob. Yes, he has an athletic physique, but without exaggeration. He's more of the quiet, elegant type, the man who wins you over without making a sound, with a single look that speaks volumes. On top of that, Alp is very private about his personal life. He's not one to get caught up in scandals or live glued to social media, and that only makes him even more intriguing. He gives off that air of mystery we can't resist. And did you know he also writes poetry? Yes, girls, poetry. So besides being gorgeous and talented, he's got an artistic sensitivity that completely melts hearts. How could we not fall in love? Watching Alp act is like watching a painting come to life. He doesn't need exaggerated gestures or dramatic speeches. With just one subtle expression, he manages to convey everything his character feels. That's not something you learn. That's something you're born with. And Alp definitely has it. For me, he's one of the most complete and authentic Turkish heartthrobs of the moment. Natural, elegant, and simply unforgettable. Burak Özçivit, the eternal heartthrob who never needed surgery. Burak Özçivit is, without a doubt, one of the most iconic names in the entire Turkish drama universe. His face has become a synonym for elegance, passion, and that kind of masculine beauty you just can't ignore. And the most impressive part? Everything about him is 100% natural. Yes, girls, no surgery, no tweaks, no aesthetic help. Just him in all his glory. We first fell for him in unforgettable roles like the legendary Bali Bey in Magnificent Century, and later as Kemal in Kara Sevda, where his screen presence was so powerful that even in silence, he stole the entire scene. With his perfectly groomed beard, bold brows, and those dark, intense eyes, Burak has the kind of beauty that commands respect while also making us swoon. And it's not just his face. Burak's physique is also on point. But again, not in an exaggerated or artificial way. He maintains his body with exercise, healthy eating, and discipline, not with surgery. And you can feel it. His energy is masculine, authentic, and magnetic. He embodies that classic Turkish man archetype, strong and protective, but tender when in love. Here's a fun fact. Burak actually started as a model and was named Best Model of Turkey in 2003. From there, his beauty gained international recognition. But what makes him even more lovable is that he's always stayed humble, approachable, and very family-oriented. He's married to actress Fariye Evşen, and together they're considered one of the most beautiful and admired couples in the Turkish entertainment world. The most beautiful thing about Burak is that he doesn't try to be perfect. His gestures, his expressions, his style, it's all natural, nothing forced. And in a world where image is everything, that authenticity is truly a gift. Honestly, I can't help but sigh every time I see him. He's like the definition of the ideal leading man. Strong, romantic, authentic, and 100% natural. And there you have it, my friend. 5 Turkish men, 5 absolute dreamboats. And the best part, not a single surgery. In a world where it's more and more common to see modified faces, they are living proof that real beauty, the kind that comes from genetics, self-care, and authenticity, still shines the brightest. Kerem Bürsin with his vibrant energy, Çagatay Ulusoy with his irresistible mystery, Kivanç Tatlitug with his timeless elegance, Alp Navruz with those hypnotizing eyes, and Burak Özçivit with that classic leading man presence that doesn't need filters. Each of them has his own style, his own essence, and that's exactly what makes them unique. It's not just about looks, it's attitude, presence, and that certain je ne sais quoi you just can't copy. Now I want to hear from you. Which one of these actors is your favorite? Which one makes you sigh just by appearing on screen? And tell me, if you could choose one to be your leading man in a Turkish novella-style love story, who would it be? Drop it in the comments, because you know I love reading your thoughts and fangirling right along with you. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it with that friend who's also obsessed with Turkish heartthrobs. And if you want a part 2 with even more naturally stunning actors, just let me know down below. I'll start working on the script right away. Thank you for being here, for watching until the end, and for being part of this beautiful community of women who love stories, intense romances, and of course, men who look like they just stepped out of a perfect love story. Sending you a huge kiss, take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, love.